Well, today, the jury that will decide George Wagner IV's fate went on a trip outside the courtroom. They visited multiple crime scenes involved in the Pike County Massacre from 2016, where 8 members of the Rhoden family were killed. Now, this is what jurors saw when they arrived. Since the murders, the trailer homes have been removed from the property and stored for the investigation. And this has been a years-long case after a years-long investigation.
10 TV's Brittany Bailey looks back at how we got here. Brittany.
Andrew and Yolanda, the Wagner family is accused of spending months to plot this crime. And now, 6.5 years later, after 2 plea deals, 12 jurors are now tasked with deciding another family member's fate.
Is there anybody else in the house? Not that I know of.
That was the 911 call in April 2016 that sparked the largest homicide investigation in Ohio history, the Pike County Massacre.
The door was locked when we got here, but I know where the key was at. And I went in and hit her laying on the floor.
Investigators would find 8 members of the Rhoden family, including a teenage boy, shot dead execution style. But who was responsible? That would remain a mystery until more than 2 years later, in November of 2018, when investigators announced they had their suspects.
We promised that the day would come when arrests would be made in the Pike County massacres. Today is that day.
Those arrested were 4 members of the Wagner family, Dad Billy, Mom Angela, and sons George and Jake. Then Attorney General Mike DeWine said the killings were all because of a custody battle between Jake Wagner and victim Hannah Rhoden. And it would be Jake who would be the first to own up to the crime in 2021 on the 5th anniversary of the massacre.
What plea do you wish to enter to aggravated murder as charged in count 1?
I am guilty, Your Honor.
Jake Wagner pleaded guilty to 8 counts of aggravated murder and was sentenced to life without parole. Months later, his mother Angela would plead guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and other crimes, but not to the murders. Both will now testify against Jake's older brother George Wagner IV in a deal to spare the family the death penalty.
This action is styled State of Ohio Plaintiff versus George Washington Wagner IV.
And now a jury is seated for the very first trial tied to the massacre. On Wednesday, jurors visited some of the key locations in this case. And up next, come opening statements. Now, the final family member facing charges is the father, Billy Wagner. He's set to go to trial later this year.